Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Ultra League and we're going to be running a Ampharos team paired with the Escavalier and the Virizion. Basically kind of a double fighter in the back. So here we have the Ampharos versus the Swampert. We do have the double super effective Tail Blaze, but we also have some neutral damage of Brutal Swing. So here, as long as we don't get Earthquake, it's a pretty interesting matchup. As you can see here, our opponent doesn't believe that we ever have Trailblaze here, so that's a little bit unfortunate for us. And now we just have a farm down opportunity with the Virizion, as since they revealed that they have Earthquake, we don't have to worry about any charge moves. And then here, they actually bring in their own Ampharos, but this time it's a Shadow one. So pretty interesting that they think, or that they have Ampharos as their only counter to, or what I should say is they think their best counter to Virizion is their own Ampharos. So we don't show we don't show that one right there. We are really considering shielding this Virizion to kind of see what they have in the back, but they actually let it go. So then we just snipe all their energy, and now you know why that they came in with the Ampharos. They actually had a Obstagoon in the back that is really weak to any counter user, so this is a great opportunity for us, and it looks like we are able to just counter it down. So GG's to our opponent right there. We just were able to have a better backline than they did. They ended up having the Obstagoon Swampert core right there, so that's kind of interesting. Here we're running into another Swampert. This Swampert here is the Shadow one this time, and maybe this time our opponent respects the potential Trailblaze, especially since it's a Shadow one. It would get one shot, and luckily we do get the shield. Our opponent ends up baiting, so we're in a great spot right here. We're just going to go for this Trailblaze here. So fantastic position. We're either going to get the lead or we're going to get two shields, and that is exactly what happens. We do completely wipe out that. And since they come in with a Pokemon that is pretty weak to fighting, we just decided to switch out because we have two Pokemon in the back that have fighting fast moves. Here, we're just going to try to get this shield, apply full pressure. We do get that last shield, and all we have to do here is just shield this right here, and we will be able to get to the Stone Edge because they are not able to get to the second or third, rather, Dragon Claw. So here, we're in a really good spot. We force out energy from this double, Ultra League double, kind of impressive. And then we know that this double will not be able to take down this Escavalier because there's no charge moves from this double that can one-shot this Escav. Even a Payback does a little bit over 50% right there, and we were able to survive it. So Escavalier coming in clutch twice already. But I think the main thing is the Ampharos Virizion core has been very strong. Even seeing a Swampert in the lead, we've either been able to win the lead or lose the lead and do a lot of farm with the Virizion. Here we are met with a interesting Ultra League Defense Deoxys. The Defense Deoxys is being going to be able to throw some kind of move. Let's see what they're going to throw. They throw the inefficient Thunderbolt, meaning they probably have the Thunderbolt Psycho Boost combo coming. We are able to throw super effective Brutal Swings, and here we're going to shield here just to maintain alignment and plus potentially farm down. So that's exactly what happens right there. Our opponent ends up switching into their Steelix. Their Steelix is met with a Escavalier, so they actually counter swap into their Tentacruel, which is not necessarily the best thing because we also are able to throw super effective drill runs. So now we're either going to get a shield or we're going to have to beat the Steelix with two shields. So they actually end up shielding, which is good for them. Here, we're just going to let this go. It does take us out, but we are able to farm down, or we are able to come back in with our Ampharos here. They actually counter swap, and then we counter swap into a Virizion here. this Shadow Steelix does have the debuffing Breaking Swipe. We show the first one here just because we want this to be drawn out as long as possible. We know that we need to probably get to at least 3 Sacred Swords. We get the first shield. We're going to try to throw on CMP, so that was perfect timing by us. Here, they have to take another Sacred Sword. The thing about Breaking Swipes is it does debuff, but it doesn't do that much damage. So that one right there did about 15%, maybe 10 to 15%, something like that. And then we forced them to switch out because we had a potentially just to farm them down. And luckily, we do have energy on our Ampharos to throw at the Tentacruel, but also we farmed it down, and now we have another Brutal Swing waiting for them. So GG's to our opponent right there. The double fighters in the bag coming in strong right now, and basically countering, pun intended, is a meta. The Ampharos has also been a really good lead so far. Here we have a pretty interesting matchup here. They don't know that we don't have a potential Thunder Punch, but it looks like we are going to shoot the first one to make them think we have a Thunder Punch, and we actually get the shield back. So we are swapped out into a Clefable, and luckily for us, we do have somewhat of a counter to this Clefable in our Escavalier. We do have the steel typing of Escavalier to only take resisted charms, but unfortunately for us, we aren't able to do fast moves. All of our damage right there was from the charge moves. And impressively enough, our extra drill is able to get to a drill run that forces out the last shield from this Blaziken. And now this Blaziken is in a bit of a trouble, because not only do they have to throw a move here, but they're going to have to potentially take out this backline here. Will we be able to get to a charge move before they get to another blast burn? First off, we do get to the charge move. Is it enough? Yes, it is. So GG's right there. Oh, we are actually met with a Togekiss. Does this Togekiss get taken out by this Stone Edge? Not quite. Ultra League Togekiss, not that fragile. It was able to survive a huge Stone Edge. So GG's to our opponent right there. Kind of a really interesting team. Blaziken, Togekiss, right? That's a really strong line versus our team right here. Here we're gonna have to immediately switch out. And we are met with a new Pokemon here. This one here, I believe, is the evolution of Fuecoco, the Skelly. This thing is going to be able to learn Disarming Voice in Shadow Ball, I believe. They throw the Disarming Voice first, and it's able to, wow, it is able to survive a Stone Edge. So here we're expecting, okay, so they go for the Shadow Ball there, which is interesting. They're basically just probably only going for one Shadow Ball, and they're going to be able to get to another one right here. We are able to farm it down, which is nice. We know that we have to eventually switch out of here because we anticipated them bringing their Ready Steel. So we're going to have to tank the Zap Cannon here. And now we are met with a Cresselia. So luckily we did not get debuffed. Our opponent is shielding all of our really good charge moves here. So let's see if we're able to recover from this. We are able to survive this Grass Knot, which is fantastic. We're going to be able to get to another Mega Horn. It does a huge amount of damage, roughly 60-70%. Unfortunately, we did farm down, but we have energy ready for this Cresselia. We throw this Brutal Swing before they can get to another move. We completely wipe out all that energy. Here we go for the Brutal Swings, as most of this is going to come down to whether we can get enough Brutal Swings out. We shield the first Focus Blast, and now our goal is to get to at least 2 Brutal Swings. We are at 2 Brutal Swings, and because of that damage right there we just calculated, all we have to do is just immediately go for another Brutal Swing. So GG's to our opponent right there. Well done by us in closing that match out. and let us know what you think about this team, and hope you enjoy the video.